Look at your trading screen right now. If you are anything like the 95% of retail traders who enter this market every single day, you are fighting a losing battle. You have spent thousands of dollars on complex indicators. You have bought the courses. You have stayed up until 2 a.m. drawing lines on charts, chasing the perfect entry, searching for that one holy grail strategy that will finally unlock financial freedom. But let's be honest, it is not working. The account balance does not lie. Every single time you think you have figured it out, the market waits. It waits for you to increase your lot size. It waits for you to move your stop loss just a little bit further out, and then it strikes. It takes your money, wipes out your weekly gains in a single 30-second candle, and leaves you staring at a blown account, wondering what you did wrong. I know that exact feeling. The sick feeling in your stomach, the cold sweat, the sheer panic of realizing you just lost a month's worth of income because you lost control for 10 minutes. For 3 years, I was trapped in that exact loop. I blew 4 different accounts. I lost over $32,000 of my hard-earned money. I was ready to quit, to admit defeat, and to accept that trading was just a legalized scam for retail investors. But then, everything changed. And it did not change because I found a secret algorithm. It did not change because I joined a high-ticket mastermind group or started using institutional order flow concepts. It changed because of a single, completely free habit, a $0 daily routine that takes less than 5 minutes, requires absolutely no software, and completely rewired the way my brain processes risk. This single habit did not just stop the bleeding. It took my dying, blown-out account and turned it into a consistent 5-figure funding source within exactly 9 months. In this video, I'm going to give you the exact blueprint of this $0 habit. I'm not going to sell you a course, and I'm not going to give you vague motivational advice. I'm going to show you the brutal, unvarnished truth about why you are losing money right now, and how this simple daily practice will permanently fix your execution, eliminate your emotional trading, and finally make you a profitable trader. If you have $1 left in your trading account, turn off your notifications, close your charting platform, and listen to every single word of this video. This is the turning point. Let us start with the biggest lie in the entire financial industry, the lie that is keeping you broke. If you open YouTube or Instagram right now, you are bombarded by creators telling you that you need a specific strategy to win. They tell you that if you just understand smart money concepts, or if you just master Fibonacci retracements, or if you just buy their custom indicators, you will become a millionaire overnight. They show you the sports cars, the luxury penthouses in Dubai, and the massive profit screenshots. And your brain naturally builds a logical connection. If I copy their strategy, I will get their results. So what do? You spend 2 weeks learning a strategy. It works for 3 trades. You feel like a genius. You start calculating how much money you will make by the end of the year. Then the market conditions shift. You hit 3 losses in a row. Suddenly, the doubt creeps in. You think this strategy is broken. The market is manipulated. You abandon the strategy, open up Google, and search for something new. You move from support and resistance to moving average crossovers to supply and demand zones, then to ICT concepts, then to algorithmic breakout bots. This is what the industry calls the strategy hopping cycle, and it is designed to keep you losing so that you keep consuming content and buying tools. Here's the hard truth that nobody wants to admit. Strategy is only 15% of the game. You can give a profitable trader a simple 50-50 coin flip strategy, and they will still make money at the end of the month through strict risk management and psychological execution. Conversely, you can give an undisciplined retail trader the exact trading algorithm used by Renaissance Technologies or Goldman Sachs, and they will still find a way to blow the account by noon. Why? Because a strategy only tells you where to look. It does not tell you how to behave. When you're live in the market, your brain is not operating on logic. It's operating on survival mechanisms that have been hardwired in human DNA for millions of years. When you see a red position on your screen, your brain registers that financial loss as an actual physical threat to your survival. Your heart rate goes up, your cortisol spikes, your logical cortex shuts down, and your amygdala takes over. In that moment, you don't care about your strategy's rules. You care about stopping the pain of losing money. So you pull your stop loss lower. You add to a losing position to get even. You revenge trade. The $0 habit I'm talking about does not fix your charts. It fixes your brain. It bridges the gap between the strategy you know on paper and the execution you deliver under pressure. To understand why this habit is so incredibly powerful, I have to take you back to November of 2024. I had just experienced the worst trading week of my life. I was trading the E-mini S&P 500 futures market and the NASDAQ. I had a beautiful, structured plan. I told myself I would only take 2 trades a day and my maximum risk was $300 per trade. On Tuesday morning, my first trade hit the stop loss within 4 minutes, a perfectly normal loss. But my ego could not handle it. I immediately saw another setup, or rather I forced myself to see one. I jumped back in with double the lot size, convinced the market owed me my money back. That trade got stopped out too. Within 2 hours, I completely lost my mind. I was over-leveraging, buying at the absolute top, selling at the absolute bottom, fighting the trend and screaming at my monitor. By the time the New York session closed, I had lost $4,800. My hands were literally shaking on my mouse. I felt a deep, hollow sense of shame. I had broken every single rule I wrote down. That night, I realized something. The problem wasn't that I didn't know how to trade. If you gave me a historical chart, I could pinpoint the exact turning points with 90% accuracy. The problem was that my live execution was completely disconnected from reality. I was blind to my own behavior when the market was open. I decided to try an experiment. I promised myself I wouldn't spend another dime on courses or tools. Instead, I took a blank piece of paper, folded it in half, and created what I now call the pre-flight execution protocol. It cost me $0. It took me exactly 4 minutes before the market opened and 4 minutes after the market closed. The first week I implemented it, my profitability didn't skyrocket, but something miraculous happened. My losses drastically shrank. For the first time in 3 years, I didn't have a single catastrophic day. The second week, I felt completely calm during execution. By month 3, my equity curve shifted from a steep downward slope to a steady, predictable upward line. This habit is broken down into 2 distinct phases, the cognitive prime and the post-mortem anchor. Let's break down exactly how to execute both so you can start doing this today. Most retail traders open their laptops 5 minutes before the market opens, look at the current price, check Twitter or Discord to see what other people are saying, and instantly start clicking buttons. You are entering a highly competitive financial arena with a chaotic, unprimed mind. You are shark bait. Phase 1 of the $0 habit is the cognitive prime. You must perform this exactly 15 minutes before you look at a single chart. Get a physical notebook and a pen. Do not use your phone. Do not use a digital notepad. The physical connection between your hand and paper is scientifically proven to activate the prefrontal cortex, which governs decision-making and impulse control. You are going to write down exactly 4 sentences. This is your psychological armor. Sentence number 1 is the business definition. You write, "Trading is a business of statistical probabilities, not certainties. I do not need to win this specific trade to be an excellent, profitable business owner." This immediately detaches your ego from the upcoming trade. It reminds your subconscious mind that a single trade is completely irrelevant in the grand scheme of 1,000 trades. Sentence number 2 is the maximum liability. You write the exact dollar amount you are allowed to lose today. For example, my maximum financial liability for today is exactly $250. If my account value drops by this amount, my business is closed for the day and I am victorious for walking away. Notice the wording here. You are framing walking away after a loss as a victory. You are training your brain to feel a dopamine hit for practicing discipline, rather than only feeling good when you win money. Sentence number 3 is the setup criteria. You write exactly the structural pattern you are waiting for. For example, I am exclusively looking for a 15-minute liquidity sweep followed by a 5-minute market structure shift. If this specific pattern does not form, I will sit in complete silence and do absolutely nothing. This prevents you from trading out of boredom. It turns you from a desperate gambler looking for action